Hamilton's message is clear. Without structural changes, Ferrari won't be ready for 2026. According to Gazzetta, his criticisms aren't just about performance. They're about the foundations of how the team operates. He's questioned the effectiveness of internal communication, highlighting moments this season where feedback wasn't properly translated into action. That breakdown, in his view, is part of a larger cultural resistance to change. For a team with so much history, that's a tough accusation. But Hamilton isn't alone in shaping the conversation. The article reveals a growing philosophical divide between him and Charles Leclerc. And it's not just technical. While Ferrari hoped their driving styles would align enough to allow for shared setups, the reality has been the opposite. Hamilton prefers a car with more front-end grip, Leclerc relies on rear-end stability. These differences are not minor. They impact how the car is developed, how data is shared, and ultimately how the 2026 project will take shape. Hamilton has made it clear the issue isn't just the car, it's how Ferrari operates. The internal communication structure lacks the responsiveness he's used to, and valuable feedback seems to get lost or ignored. His growing frustration has pushed him to openly question the team's development process. One key concern is the simulator, which he sees as too rigid, unable to accommodate the kind of setup experimentation he relies on to optimize performance. For a driver known for precision and adaptability, that's not a minor complaint. It signals a deeper structural flaw, and the consequences go far beyond 2025. With the 2026 car already in development, Ferrari now finds itself pulled in two directions. Hamilton is pushing for significant changes. In contrast, Leclerc prefers continuity. The team's initial hope of aligning both driving styles has failed. That divergence is no longer just a technical inconvenience. It's a central obstacle to Ferrari's future. The contrast between Hamilton and Leclerc has become impossible to ignore. While Hamilton favors a car with strong front-end grip and sharper response under braking, Leclerc relies on a setup that gives him more stability at the rear. These are not small differences. They shape how the car is built, how it behaves, and how each driver extracts performance. The result is a growing disconnect inside the garage. Each side is now working with data that doesn't translate to the other. Setup notes are becoming incompatible and the shared development model that Ferrari hoped for is breaking down. What once seemed like a promising balance of experience and youth is turning into a split vision. And the timing couldn't be worse. With 2026 regulations demanding a unified technical direction, Ferrari is facing the challenge of building a car for two completely different driving philosophies. The risk is ending up with a machine that fully satisfies neither and underperforms for both. This growing divide isn't just technical, it's political. Inside Ferrari, every design decision for 2026 now carries weight beyond performance. Prioritizing front-end bite and braking stability plays into Hamilton's strengths. Emphasizing rear stability and corner exit control leans toward Leclerc's style. There's no middle ground that satisfies both. And as the engineering team navigates these choices, the garage has become a battleground of competing visions. Hamilton brings decades of championship experience and a track record of leading car development. He expects his input to guide Ferrari's next step. Leclerc, the team's longtime figurehead, sees these changes as a threat to the foundation he helped build. Neither is wrong, but both can't lead. What started as a difference in driving style has grown into a strategic impasse. Every meeting, every technical briefing now echoes with a deeper question. Who defines the future of Ferrari? The veteran with a legacy or the driver who's grown with the team? The disconnect became public when Hamilton hinted at a lot going on behind the scenes during the Hungarian Grand Prix. That wasn't frustration over a single race. It was a signal. His remarks pointed to internal friction, not just with car setup, but with Ferrari's overall approach. By raising concerns openly, he shifted the conversation from private disagreement to strategic challenge within the team. This has triggered a reassessment. Engineers are now forced to confront the reality that the current setup path cannot serve both drivers equally. The garage, once built around unity, is now split. What's more, the friction is slowing progress. With development deadlines looming for the 2026 car, time spent negotiating compromise is time lost in innovation. And while Ferrari hoped for harmony, they now face a deeper dilemma. Whether to double down on Leclerc's proven comfort within the current system, or adapt to Hamilton's demands and bet on his championship experience to reset the team's trajectory. Hamilton's push for change isn't just about adapting the car to his style. It's about redefining Ferrari's internal culture. At Mercedes, he operated in a system that valued fluid communication and rapid response to driver input. At Ferrari, he's encountered resistance, a structure slower to adjust, rooted in established protocols. That clash has exposed more than a difference in philosophy. It's created friction between generations. Leclerc, shaped by years within the system, thrives under its rhythm. Hamilton, arriving with his own blueprint, challenges its foundations. As the team looks ahead to 2026, these opposing forces complicate every step. Do they preserve the current culture and risk alienating their most decorated driver? Or do they evolve and, in doing so, potentially unsettle the foundation built around Leclerc? The decision isn't just technical, it's institutional. And as tensions rise, it's becoming clear that Ferrari can't satisfy both visions without first choosing which one leads. Inside the factory, the debate is no longer quiet. Engineers